hallmark of a great educator lies in the students who take their lessons to heart. Throughout our scholastic careers, we've all had at least one teacher that left their mark. We can even form a friendship that goes beyond our high school years. My name is Evelyn Kerbabian, and I will be celebrating the life of one of the finest educators to grace the field, Mr. Daryl Adams. He was a teacher that overcame struggles and used that to inspire those he taught, enough that many in the Los Angeles area and everywhere else around share their memories and pay tribute to the lasting legacy he left behind. Though loss can be hard to process, coming together to remember someone we considered special can ease the pain. Daryl Adams grew up in Oakland, a child who was passionate about writing and his beloved San Francisco Giants. Growing up in a large family gave him the opportunity to hone his talents, especially when his own mother, the dear Mrs. Jefferson, gave him the push, where he ultimately ended up at the University of Southern California as a journalism major. Following a career that included sports writing for local newspapers such as the Long Beach Press-Telegram, Mr. Adams turned to Southeast Los Angeles, where he imparted his journalism skills as an English and journalism teacher at Southeast High School, my alma mater. Always the expert multitasker, Mr. Adams served as a model educator that made a difference in the community through his countless endeavors. Even in retirement, he continued his mission to educate through his service as a Norwalk City Council member, long advocating for communities in need. After a life well lived, Mr. Adams passed away December 2020 at the age of 59, 11 years after I first met him. His professional accomplishments aside, he was most proud of his role as a father to his boys, one of whom was my classmate, and loving grandfather, as well as devoted son and brother to many more than blood family. Following the news of his passing, family, friends, and colleagues and former students gathered online to pay tribute to an inspirational figure who left behind a very lasting legacy. Mr. Adams lives on through his sons and grandchildren, but also by those of us who he inspired with his hard work and dedication. His legacy remains in those he inspired in the 40 years he taught a subject that he was very passionate about. His spirit of generosity is memorialized by the many contributions to his community as a politician and activist, always striving to inspire and never settling for less. Most of all, his memory lives on in those of us who remember him for the caring teacher that always had his door open and a ready ear to listen. We could all be so fortunate to have someone who cared enough about their students, Mr. Adams did, for those of us who were lucky to call him our teacher. It was an honor to have been a student of his for 4 years and to have had him as a mentor for 10 more. Along with everyone that has a fond memory to share of him, I hope I did Mr. Adams justice in remembering of his life. He chose to return to a community similar to the one he grew up in to make sure we were more than just statistics and heed his example. His family, who he regarded as his greatest achievement, have the honor of calling him dad, granddad, son, brother, and nephew. Though he's no longer here to shoot the breeze about the upcoming baseball season, dish out career advice, or wisdom in general, we continue to remember all the good memories he left us with. We should all take time to remember and appreciate all our loved ones and friends that left their mark on our lives. May Mr. Adams rest in peace, reunited with his beloved mother, and may his memory be a blessing to all who are fortunate.